what's been made of the All Blacks attack so far this year. Has it been a major overhaul from the past, or has it been just small tweaks here and there that have made big differences?
I think small tweaks. I think kind of the structures of attacking round phase, I think, are reasonably similar to what we've done in the past. I guess maybe the mindset looking to play a little bit more has come in. I think the stuff we're doing around counter and turnover ball has probably been the biggest shift I've seen from previous years. So throughout July, I think we started to find the balance of that a bit more with our kicking game and how our kicking game can kind of set up our running game. So that'll be important this week. But yeah, hopefully with some good conditions on Saturday, we'll get a chance to use the ball.
Well, with the game, the way the game's refereed now, the high ball, do you feel like the group are making strides in the way you're diffusing that, or taking the the high balls that you've probably got to get on Saturday?
Yeah, I think like the adjustment we've made around, it's no secret, the guys like retreating to catch, it's been the biggest difference. Like I think, yeah, coming forward with the collision in the air is obviously a bit of a challenge. So I think we've done that reasonably well over the last kind of 5 or 6 games to start the year, and that'll be a step up this weekend with the way the Springboks go hard in that area. So it'll be an area we have to diffuse, but I feel like we've got a decent plan heading in.
Well, what's it like playing at Ellis Park? What are your standout memories?
Yeah, I guess Ellis Park is certainly one of the great venues in the world to play at. I guess got some fond memories there from the game in 22, and then some disappointing ones from 24 as well. I think in some ways it's almost a game of two halves. Like you run out there with an afternoon kick-off and the sun's out and it feels like you can use the ball, and then you come out in the second half and the lights take an effect and it feels like it can turn into a bit of a grind. So both test matches I've played there have gone down to the last 5 or 10 minutes, and there's a good chance they're happening again on the weekend. So I think your ability to be tight as a group when it does become, I guess pressure comes on, is really important, and I feel like we're in a good space to do that this week.
Well, you've played the Boks a couple of times, number of times now. What makes it such a tough clash coming up against them?
Yeah, I feel like obviously the world champions, so they know their game really well. I think their game is built around trying to pressure you as much as possible, whether that's the set piece, the kicking game, the line speed. So I think there's just times you've got to absorb that, and then being really clinical with the opportunities you do get, and the way I guess you can find space around their defence in particular is really important. So yeah, we know it'll be a big task this weekend.
Okay, a massive opportunity for Josh Morby. The start of the Super season, would he have thought he'd be starting on the win against the Springboks at Ellis Park? Would you have?
That's probably a good question for him, but I'd say probably not, to be honest. Like, obviously he went to France for a year, and he's come back with a lot of energy, and he's a student of the game, always trying to get better, and probably quite lucky. Him and Fihi, the Hurricanes attack was pretty good this year, and it's probably similar in a lot of ways to how we want to play here in the All Blacks. So it suits him. Like his work ethic off the ball is immense. His anticipation of play, and a bit like Will, where it can sort of pop up out of nowhere to whether it's a try or a line break, or there for a second touch is it's world class. So it's been cool to see him sort of come in and be himself, firstly as a person, but then still trying to get better, and I guess showcase what he's been doing for the Hurricanes all year in the black jersey as well. So it's been really exciting for him.
It feels like he's been there for a long time at test level. He just does the right things. And
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's probably I feel like it's probably the nature of a good culture where you feel comfortable to be able to I guess play what's in front of you. Like we speak a lot about doing the obvious, and that's where I feel like the All Blacks are at their best, when we can just play eyes up footy as well and get that balance right. And having people like Morbs on the field to be able to, like I say, pop up out of nowhere and back themselves is so exciting. And it's been great to see him express himself.
Well, the Springboks been sort of downplaying the fact that they slow the game down. What does it feel like when you play them? Does it feel like there's more stoppages when you play the Springboks?
I guess like a bit of a generalisation was used around the franchise games and the South African teams around slowing the game down. I think over the last probably 12 to 18 months, you've seen a little bit of a shift in the way the Springboks want to play with a bit more endeavour and tempo. So how they go this weekend is a little bit out of our control in that space. So for us, we'll be trying our best to keep the tempo up, and what we see from them is like I say, out of our control. So be interesting to see what we get on Saturday.
There's been a lot of talk about like sort of eyes up football and playing what's in front of you. Just for you at halfback, are you looking to attack, you know, some of those props around the ruck that might be slowing down a little bit and finding those gaps?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you obviously don't want to, you know, force opportunities and then it will turn into the wrong one. But yeah, I feel like, you know, if we get our physicality right and our breakdown well, when we can generate some fast ball, then there might be opportunities, whether it's for myself or, you know, whether it's out wide for people like, you know, Will and Morbs and that. But yeah, we've got solutions, and if we need to change our plan, you know, on the run, we've got the ability to do that. You know, we've got a lot of experience throughout the team, 1 to 23. So yeah, we're going to be challenged in many ways on Saturday night, and yeah, I guess it'll be whoever can adjust accordingly the quickest, and if it is playing what's in front of you or, you know, changing the game plan on the run, then I feel like, yeah, that'll be whoever will come out on top.
Well, last time you played the Box, I think they put a record score on you, and Wellington will know what happened that night. What were the lessons? You know, what are the lessons you guys took out of that night, and what's the relevance of it, I guess, going into this match?
Yeah, I think the Wellington one was a little bit of a strange test match. Like, I think going into half time and even with 20 to go, we felt like we were right in it. And yeah, obviously they got a bit of a roll on that last 15, 20 minutes, and we struggled to deal with that. So I think, yeah, a few lessons around when we had the momentum in the first half, really, I guess, using that and potentially getting more points on the board in that time. And then, yeah, when they do get the momentum, how do we, as leaders, get the group together, stay composed, and be able to flip that round? Probably key things I took from that last 20.
Cam, what have you sort of picked up from the box scrum off that you've probably been studying before this test? Any specifics from Grant Williams or maybe Corvus Rena?
I feel like they're probably just how athletic they are, firstly. Like, they're pretty fast, and they'll back themselves when they see half a gap as well. So probably not so much for me being aware of that, but our forwards as well. You know, if they get quick ball and they get a corner clean, then he'll be straight through. So even off scrum and that, got to be aware of that as well. So between that and, you know, their strength is obviously their kicking. So if they have a strong platform to be able to put, you know, contestable kicks up, then it's going to put us under a lot of pressure as well. So I guess we've got a plan to hopefully be able to negate that as much as possible. But I guess just the nature of, you know, playing the Springboks and playing at this level is you're going up against the best, and, you know, they're both top quality players, and yeah, it's just pretty exciting to be able to go up against them.
Do you see any similarities between your game and theirs, maybe?
Potentially, probably just how they would back themselves, trust their instincts. You know, they're not hesitating to make decisions and thinking too much. Like I said, if they see half a gap, they're going to take it, and they're fast enough to make it work, even if it's not necessarily the right decision. And yeah, probably just their anticipation always popping up to try to get second touches and scoring a few tries as well.
Well, what did you take from the players from 96 coming into camp in terms of the scale of the challenge, the historical significance of this series? Any word stories that really resonated?
Yeah, I think firstly, what I took from it was just the camaraderie in amongst the group. Like, you could see there was a genuine connection and care with each other, and it was great to see that still present 30 years on. I think the way they approached the tour is a real kind of one team mentality around not having a midweek team and a test team, like one group that had a really aligned goal. Yeah, under no illusions about how difficult a task is playing in South Africa, but yeah, I guess that group showed us what's possible, and it's our chance to go and create a bit of history on this tour.
And Dave was just saying they also showed how deep you guys might have to dig to get it done.
Yeah, I think, yeah, particularly this week at altitude, you know, physically you're going to be tested and mentally as well. So it's not going to be easy. And I guess, yeah, you just got to have a mindset to enjoy those moments and embrace the challenge that we got.
Do you have any early Springbok memories watching on telly games in South Africa?
Yeah, I do remember getting up early in the morning. Like, I remember, yeah, Israel Dag's try being a, yeah, fairly kind of common one. But yeah, certainly it was a real excitement in the morning getting up, Dad knocking on your door and telling you it's kickoff time. So it's always exciting, and it's great to have a few Kiwis over here supporting us as well, a big tour group, which is awesome. But we know there's a big group back home who have got our backs as well.
Sorry, slight topic change. Have you guys seen Simon Parker this morning and he's not on flight back home to Whangarei by any chance? He's still in camp?
Yeah, we did see him on his phone throughout the whole gym session though. He was watching pretty closely, especially in the closing minutes. And Fletcher Newell was also on his phone, but he was a bit grumpy, so I wonder why. But no, it's cool. Yeah, NPC's flying at the moment. It's cool to watch. Cool for Northland, cool for Simon, everyone involved. It's
Tassie got a Shield challenge next week, so Osraw and the Tunnies home as well, so fins up.
Right, well,
Thank you.